Well, hello, beautiful ones. This is Stacey Murphy, the queen of juicy love and feminine charm. I am the head mistress of Blissful Lotus School of Loving Arts, where I have the wonderful distinction of helping women to reclaim their sensual joy, their seductive essence, and their self-confidence. Moving them from toxic love to relationship bliss, because at the end of the day, ladies, we all want to feel, empowered, desirable, and happy with who we are in our love and sex life. And so thank you for being with me today in the Juicy Love Expert Corner. And the question I have today is a yummy one, a juicy one that I hear many, many women asking me all the time. So that's why I wanted to address it here in this video. And the question is, what is it that I have to do to capture a man's attention and to keep his attention? Right? And so I'm sure you have thought about that question yourself at various times. So I'm going to tell you this, and it's really simple. It is to stop loving a man like how you want to be loved and instead love a man how he wants to be loved. That's it. And what I have today is I'm going to share with you a simple blueprint, which I call the Man Magnet Blueprint, which is the secret to understanding men. So sometimes we think of things and they're so complicated and we think it has to be some grand thing that we have to do. And many times the solution is just that simple. It's about understanding the person, understanding men, how they want to be loved. Okay. So with this simple formula, it is based on the 4 pillars of love, what I call the 4 pillars of love. And they are mental, emotional, physical, and sexual. Now, think of these 4 pillars of love like the legs of a chair. If one of the legs on the chair is broken, what ends up happening if you try to sit on it is going to be unstable and you'll just fall off. It's the same way for relationships. When these 4 pillars of love are in harmony, your relationship flows. But when these 4 pillars of love, there are issues there and you're holding back, it lends to frustration, it lends to anxiety, it lends to disruptions, drama, trauma in your relationships. This is something that nobody wants. All right, so I'm going to share with you again my Man Magnet Blueprint, which is the secret to understanding men. But before we get there, let me share with you ladies how it shows up for you. I sometimes call this my Venus code. And with the Venus code, it would be for ladies, and this is very general, there are always exceptions to the rule, but you probably can see yourself where you sit with this particular code. So for women, it would look like this. It is mental stimulation plus emotional connection. So a woman can feel safe in a man's company leads to the physical intimacy and sexual connection. All right. So you saw how the 4 pillars of love showed up there. Now with men, the 4 pillars of love show up slightly differently. And I'll explain to you in a moment how that is and why that is. So for men in the Man Magnet Blueprint, it looks like this. You have your mental stimulation. This is about thinking like a man, but being a lady. It is about having that balance within yourself of your masculine and feminine energy. This makes a man stand up and take notice because he's like, she really gets me. So that's the mental stimulation. When you combine that with a man with sexual attraction and sex appeal, this is, think about the art of seduction, right? For the second part of the blueprint. The art of seduction is this. Forget about what they say in Webster's dictionary because that's not even what seduction is. It's very disempowering, right? It keeps women inside a box. This is the true essence of seduction, ladies. It is having the keen ability to entice someone to do something that they want to do anyway. And you're able to do this is because you create a safe place for them to come out and play with you so they can be authentic and genuine with you. That is the true essence of seduction. That is what women naturally have the ability to do. Ladies, you just have to have the confidence and bring it out in yourself. So when you have that mental stimulation and the sex appeal and the sexual attraction humming, a man will feel good about himself when he's in your presence, leading to that physical intimacy. You become his happy drug. He will want to be in your company. And when I say physical intimacy, I'm not talking about a booty call, all right? I'm talking about being in your presence, doing things that make both of you feel good, even if it's sitting down and watching a TV show. All right. And there, when he really starts getting that essence of your happy drug, it leads to door number 4 for a man, which is emotional connection. And with the emotional connection, that is where he feels okay to be vulnerable with you. He feels safe to be vulnerable with you. Now, you may be asking, well, what is the difference? Why is there a difference between the men and the women? And I'll tell you this, it's also something that's very, very simple, but often overlooked. It is sheer biology. It has to do with our hormones, ladies. Because the main hormone in women is estrogen. Estrogen rules your emotions. You can do backstrokes in your emotions because that's driven by estrogen. And you have about 80-90% more estrogen than men do, right? Now, with men, their main hormone is testosterone. Men have about 90% more testosterone than women do. And testosterone is responsible not only for a man being more aggressive, but is responsible for sexual attraction and arousal. That is why sometimes it seems that men have sex on their brain, and it's sheer biology. And so when you understand that, and you start working with that natural essence of a man, you no longer have the frustration. You're no longer having the fights. You're no longer having the miscommunication and just not understanding why you're each doing what you're doing when you understand these simple facts. Okay? So, those women that it seem really easy for them to get a man, they understand this. And they understand it, they work it, and they love it versus fighting it. And so here in this video, I just wanted to share with you what the simple formula was, the secret to understanding men, which is my man magnet blueprint, right? And so in some future videos, I'm going to take a little bit more of a deeper dive into each aspect of this blueprint to kind of break it down for you. But for today, you know the simple formula. I just want you to kind of think about it. I want you to reflect. Now that you have this information, how would it have changed situations that are going on in your love life, in your relationships? All right. So use that as that opportunity. So with that, if you want to reach me on the World Wide Web, you can catch me on the internet at theblissfullotus.com. Again, this is Stacey Murphy, the queen of juicy love and feminine charm, coming to you today with my Juicy Love Expert Corner and the secret to understanding men, which is my man magnet blueprint. Take care, namaste, and see you on the other side. Bye-bye.